Okay, so we already talked about power of power. In example 1, we have 8 to the 4th raised to the 3rd power. So this would actually be, if we wrote it out, 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th times 8 to the 4th. Since those are multiplying, what would you would do what to those exponents? What would you do to those? You would add them. So I would actually have 8 to the what?
16.
4 plus 4 is? Plus 4 is?
12.
So you would actually have 8 to the 12th. The easy way to do it, though, is we multiply the exponents here. So 8 to the 12th. I'm only going to do the multiplication from now on, but I wanted to show you what this actually meant. Okay? So down here, we have k to the 7th power raised to the 5th power. What's the rule? Multiply their exponents. So k to the what?
K to the 35th.
K to the 35th. Okay? I'm going to have you try got it A, B, and C. Remember on C, you have to multiply all of them. All right, so what is our rule for power of a power? Everyone, let's try that again. What is the rule for a power of power?
Multiply.
You multiply the exponents. So we have 2 to the 5th raised to the 2nd power. What did you get for writing it in power form? Caitlin? 2 to the 10th, which actually equals what? Autumn?
1024.
Thumbs up if you got 1024. Okay. On B, what did you get? Faith? Thumbs up if you got W to the 24th. Because you multiply their exponents. Okay, and on C, you had to take, what did you do on C? Jack, what'd you do? And what'd you get? 3 to the 12, which actually equals what? Adriana, do you have that one?
Oh boy. It's a big one. 5, 3, 1, 4, 4, 1.
5, 3, 1, 4.
531,400.
Good.
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you got that.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Let's move on to power of a product. Okay, so we already went over the rule of power of a product. Our example is example 3. Remember, it's kind of like distributing, so I have to distribute it here and here. You have to distribute the exponent to each base. So 4 is actually raised to what power right now? Like inside the parentheses, it's raised to what power?
3.
Inside the parentheses, the 4 is raised to the, because there's an imaginary 1 right there, remember? And then we have p to the 3rd, and that's all raised to the 4th power. So I distribute it to each one. So 4 to the what? 4th, and p to the? Okay, what is 4 to the 4th? 256, and then we just have p to the 12 as our final answer. Questions on that one? I think the part that throws us off the most is this imaginary 1 right there. Don't forget that that's raised to the 1st power. You can write it in there. So like on number 4, I'm just going to go ahead and write it in there. So it's -2 to the 1st power. Okay, that way I don't forget to do it. So now I'm going to distribute my 5 to each base. So I'd have -2 to what power? To the 5th, because I multiply. Make sure you put your negative number in parentheses. And to the what?
35th.
35th, because 7 times 5 is 35. And then n to the 30th. Okay, you can type this into your calculator. What is negative 2 to the 5th power? First of all, is it going to be negative or positive?
Negative.
It'll be negative because I have an odd number of negatives. So it'll be negative. Negative what? 32. N to the 35th. N to the 30th. Questions? Okay, try got it. D, E, and F.
Standard one done.
Yes.
Do we have to
Okay, so I went ahead and already wrote in the ones on all of the numbers that didn't have exponents already written in so that I wouldn't forget. Remember, I like to draw the arrow just so I don't forget to include one of the bases. It has to go to every base. So this should be 8 to the what?
2.
Second, because 2 times 1. B to the,
18.
okay, what is 8 squared?
64.
Do we all agree?
Yes.
So it should be 64, B to the,
18.
give me a thumbs up if that's what you got. Did you at least get this first step? Okay. On E, we're going to distribute it. How many times do we have to distribute the 4?
3.
Do we agree with Landon? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so mine should be 6 to the,
4.
X to the,
20.
Y to the,
44.
give me a thumbs up if you got this far. Okay, so then what is 6 to the 4th actually equal?
1,296.
Oh my god.
1,296?
Yes.
Yep.
And then you would still have your X to the 20th, Y to the 44th.
Yes.
Thumbs up if you got that. We should, if we get this, we should get the last step because we type it into our calculator. Okay, on F, Daniel, how many times do I have to distribute the 3? On F, how many times do I have to distribute the 3? Okay, but how many, looking at it, how many do you have to, how many times do you have to distribute? How many bases are there, in other words? 3. So, Daniel, you can do this one with me. It would be negative 5 to the what? W to the? And Z to the? What? 24th. Okay? Make sure that you put your negative 5 inside parentheses. Michaela, is my answer going to be negative or positive, and how do you know? Why will it be negative? Because I have an odd number of negatives. So what did you get for a final answer? Negative 15,000 what? And then what else did you have? Thumbs up if you got that. Did you just forget to actually multiply it out? Yes.
I had 5 times 5 times 5. I got negative 125. Yeah, same. That's what I got.
I was going to say, because 5 to the third is just 5 times 5 times 5,
I'm
right?
scared now.
I was just raising my thumb. What? I do have.
Right?
Oh, I did it wrong.
Okay. But, do you see what you did wrong? It's just 5 times 5 times 5.
I did 3 times 2. I did the W.
Oh, you put the two of them together. So it should have been negative 125, W to the 6th, Z to the 24th. That should have been the correct answer.
Thank you.
Wait. Oh, yeah.